We are ready. Welcome, everybody, to the March 27th, 2025 meeting of the Eastham Board of Health. This meeting will be video recorded and broadcast over local access channel 8 and through the town website at www.eastham-ma.gov. First, we start with opening statements, and I'll to my left.
We just have some updates from the department. Seasonal renewal applications have gone out. Applications are due 2 weeks before the establishment opens, and then team inspections are scheduled to open the establishment. So that's hotel, motels, pools, and food establishments. We are hosting a Serve Safe class for food establishments that need their safe to be Serve Safe certified or recertified. That's on April 7th and April 14th. And our annual rabies clinic in collaboration with the Eastham Veterinary Hospital is scheduled for Sunday, April 13th at the Eastham Veterinary Hospital here on Route 6 from 9 to 1. And no appointment is needed. The cost is $20 for rabies and $30 for microchipping. Great. Has a Cape Cod Tech Health Fair at the Eastham Council on Aging on March 31st, so Monday, from 9 to 11. Cosmetology, dental assisting, culinary, and health technologies will be present. Right?
Yes, should be really fun.
Yes.
The Cape Cod Tech students come and engage with the folks at the health fair.
With the folks at where?
At the health fair.
Oh, the whole fair.
It's going to be at the Council on Aging on Monday from 9 to 11.
This Monday.
This Monday.
All right.
That was
Mark
so
it down.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hillary.
Sure. The only other thing I wanted to share is that we are taking in proposals for our opioid remediation funding for the next fiscal year.
Oh, great.
Application and background and history are available, linked to our website coming very soon. Oh, it's there. Okay. So if folks are interested, they can go to the website, find the information packet and apply.
Excellent. And when is the application date?
It is due, I want to. The 22nd of April.
Okay, thank you. Just on the record, so people know. Good, thank you. Any other opening statements? Paige, anything?
Nope.
Okay, in that case, we will move to our first item to be considered, which is 425 Kingsbury Beach Road.
That is
Kimmel?
Darren Mayer, and he's
Oh.
on remote here. Hi, Darren.
Okay, hi, Darren.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Darren Meyer here representing the owners of 425 Kingsbury Beach Road. They had a failed system that they are going to repair. So based on the requirements from the Eastham Board of Health, we are proposing to use the denitrification system. The existing house is a 5-bedroom dwelling. There's no proposed increase in flow. They are doing some minor modifications to the house, but nothing with increasing bedrooms or bedroom count to what's already there. We are proposing to use a single-layer denitrification system, which has a general use approval. And that's pretty much it for the proposal. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have regarding that.
So I know it was noted that there are wetlands there, and I just want to confirm that there's no variances are going to be required.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Yeah, that is correct. There are no variances requested whatsoever for the proposed repair plan. We're clean with regards to that, just the requirement for the denitrification.
I think we will need to see though the wetlands on the plan, just to be certain that that's all clear.
Aaron did submit
He did?
some plans, they just didn't make it into the packet
Oh,
yet.
okay, you
okay.
already did that. Okay, sorry,
Yep,
Matt, didn't know that.
No problem. Yeah, they've been submitted, so they're good there. I'll make sure that the original hard copies, wet stamps come in with the application to put it in, the revised copy.
And Darren, did you also show the 50 and the 100-foot on that?
Yes.
As well as the wetland?
Yes,
Perfect. Thank you so much.
no
I only
problem.
have
Oh,
one,
go ahead.
my only question, and this is just out of curiosity, the singular system isn't, we haven't seen a lot of that?
We don't see a lot of them now.
Is that more, is that like like a an up,
Different technology. You see a lot of Fasts and Advantexes.
yeah.
These ones
Yeah.
are one of the originals.
Oh, they're one of the older models.
Yeah, and they're still approvable
Okay.
and.
Yeah, it's a general use approval through DEP, so it's a pretty standard unit. And to be honest with you, it's one of the more affordable, less obtrusive units that you can provide that still meet the nitrogen, requirements and whatnot.
Because, no, I was just reading, I think the ones we usually see don't have ultraviolet disinfection. Is that right?
Well,
Yeah.
this one does not. Usually that's something that you would throw into, you could do it into the recirculation basin or something like that. But ultraviolet's usually, something if you're too close to groundwater or whatnot, but that's not something that I would have put on this as part of it unless you're going to ask for it.
I mean, because
Say it on your plans.
It's in your
recirculation
proposal.
basin with ultraviolet disinfection. Do you not want
Oh,
on there?
uh,
I don't know
that's,
that groundwater is an issue over here.
no, it's not. I mean, that's probably something that is a boilerplate statement on there. So unless it's required, I would not want to offer that.
Well, if it's on the plan that the Board of Health is gonna approve tonight, then it will have to go in.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay. And then last question, was there any clarification about the room above the garage?
About the what?
Room above the garage?
I believe
Make-
that so Darren, I apologize. We were playing phone tag when I was doing these reviews, so I am suggesting that we do a walkthrough to confirm the number of existing bedrooms on the house to make sure we're not overutilizing the proposed system. And on the floor plans, it showed a room above the garage. I couldn't find anything in the file that showed that as being pre-existing or existing now. So I just wanted,
Okay.
I'm just suggesting that we do a walkthrough to confirm.
I'll make sure the owner's aware of that. That's no problem.
I mean, is that being used as a bedroom? or no?
Yeah, it's actually, I was told it was 2 bedrooms up there. So yes,
I'm sorry. I missed
total.
Bedrooms up there
So
above
that
the
make-
garage.
So there's 6 bedrooms on the property then?
Yeah, so,
No, 5 bedrooms total.
Well, how about we make that part of the walkthrough, like I said, confirming that, so. If
Yep,
there's
that's
no more
fine.
than 5 total on the property, then we'll be good with this plan as you approve it.
Yeah, that's fine. 5 bedrooms is what I've been told, and I have a floor plan that I provided. And there's 2 additional in the garage.
That was part of the issue.
yeah, so,
So I counted 3 on the floor plan for what was proposed and existing, and then I made a note about the space above the garage. I didn't know what was there, so that's why I suggested doing the walkthrough, so we can have a complete floor plan.
Perfect.
right, that would be good. All right. Paige, did you have any questions or comments?
No, I'm just reading through this. I think that you addressed what I was thinking, so I'm okay on this side.
Okay, thanks, Paige. Anything else, Francie?
No. Make a motion.
You would like? Sure.
So I will make a motion. I recommend that the Board of Health approve the revised plans as presented with the following conditions. No increase in habitable or occupiable square footage without Board of Health review. Any proposed changes or modifications in the approved floor plans or septic design plans require Board of Health review. A walkthrough inspection to confirm the number of existing bedrooms. 5-bedroom, number of bedrooms existing to be determined at walkthrough conducted by Health Department, deed restriction, and use of IA technology using the Singular SESI 660 GPD denitrification treatment system model 960 with or without ultraviolet disinfection.
It's with.
With ultraviolet disinfection to be recorded with the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds. Secondary treatment and monitoring under general use approval conditions per DEP regulations, including quarterly effluent sampling or 2 times per year for seasonal use, for total nitrogen BOD-TSS, nitrate nitrogen not to exceed 19 milligrams per liter. Board of Health conditions to be referenced on deed restriction. Operation and maintenance agreement to be submitted to the Eastham Health Department and Barnstable County Health and Environment. Operation and maintenance contract required for the life of the system. Operator to report results to Barnstable County Health and Environment database or directly to the Eastham Health Department if not available. Applicant to confirm if property will be utilized annually or seasonally prior to issuance of septic installation permit for purpose of confirming effluent sampling schedule for the system operator. Designer to verify proper operation of the system prior to the issuance of the certificate of compliance, final inspections, and startup inspections to be witnessed by the Eastham Health Department. Engineered, so this was done, right? Engineer has submitted the revised plan
Yes.
already? So,
Sam confirmed that, yep.
But they have to submit it for the septic
Um,
installation permit.
okay, I'm just going to include that. Engineer to submit a revised plan to the Eastham Health Department showing the following. Existing wetland on property, 50-foot buffer, 100-foot buffer, proposed water lines when property is connected to municipal water supply, connection permit dated 1/28/2025. Floor plans of garage with existing room above and any proposed floor plans for that space. Certified as-built plan by system engineer required. Sewer lines, 10 feet of municipal water supply lines to be sleeved and Board of Health approval valid until March 27th, 2026.
I'll second that. All right, all in favor, Paige,
I,
Hope, aye, Nancy, aye. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You don't want mine?
All right, next item is 195 Campground Road.
Hello,
Welcome.
I'm Peter McDonald. I'm the architect. This is SITTEL, homeowner,
Hi, welcome.
and she would like to do a modest addition to her existing one-bedroom house. And I don't know if you have the plans, but it's going to remain a one-bedroom house.
Mhm.
We're here before you because there were variances in the original build.
Yeah, the variant for the original was, because I was going with it, wanted to go, this was Bennett Environmental, when Dave Bennett was still, working full-time. I think he's retired now. But anyways, we went that route because the alternative septic system was super expensive at the time. They were very new. We wanted to go with the traditional system, and then the Board of Health said that's fine, but it must remain a one-bedroom.
Mhm.
And the work order I gave Peter when we started working on this 9 months ago is leave it a one-bedroom because I really don't need more space. Other than for working from home, I got approval now to work from home full-time. So in the winter for 5 to 6 months, I'm actually in Florida. And during the nicer weather, I'm here. So it's a studio space. I also paint. That's why we're building to the north, the good north light for painting. It's a home office basically that I want to add because I have like at least 5 more years of work ahead of me. And weekends, it'll double as a studio. So that's That's the intent behind the plan. I'm not suddenly married with 5 children and 20 grandchildren. I also don't have more family in this country. Actually, it's 0. Everybody's in Germany. So there's not going to be more, what was the term? Flow to the
More
system.
flow to the system,
Flow.
yeah.
I learned a technical term.
To give the board some history on this, as the property owner explained, it's about a 15,000 square foot lot, which under Title V, you can't design anything in less than a 330 gallon per day flow or 3-bedroom. And if you're going to, it can be 2-bedroom, but it has to be with deed restriction and everything. This, as she explained, she didn't want even to put a 2-bedroom in. And so she's not top heavy because it's a 1-bedroom flow on a 15,000 square foot lot, but she needed DEP approval for that. So the conditions under DEP approval was that if this was ever anything changed, she had to come back to you, but there's no increase in flow.
Okay.
And it does not trigger IA even now because none of the lots abutting her are 20,000 square feet or less. She is the only one.
That little itty bitty corner
Little
of
bit of
the
paradise
cape
back there,
was
yeah.
Yeah.
not used. So, but my little home, yeah.
No, it's lovely. And just, sometimes we ask questions about this, not for you, but if you decided to sell tomorrow, like
Exactly.
we want to make sure that we're clear on what's happening. So for you and for
Well,
all.
that was my
future-
question, if I may.
You may.
I mean, I love this little plan. Your little house is adorable and very suitable. But my question, I have a question, like down the road, if you sell it or whatever happens to it, somebody could put in an IA system or they could not.
Yes, they could. They could put in a
But-
2-bedroom IA system there.
They could, because
But 2 is the max. Even with IA.
so if the property were sold and somebody increased the square footage, that lot is big enough to put in an IA for a 2-bedroom.
2 bedrooms max, yep.
Well, I just want to say to that over my dead body. So.
Let us hope not, yes.
I would like to, make this, sort of my primary forever home residence and really put a stamp on it. I still have a home in Arlington. I use it like 2 days a month, mostly because it has that big, nice washing machine. So it's an expensive laundromat at this point. And with me now being able to work from home, it's a little bit more space is all I need. But I'm not, my lifestyle hasn't changed. I won't be
Some
here
of the
more.
rooms that might otherwise be bedrooms, there are knee walls, correct? I read that
Knee walls
correctly.
and 6-foot openings as
Yeah.
well.
So it doesn't
Peter has
trigger the
designed, yeah.
bedroom. Yep. Just confirming for myself. Thank you. Paige, did you have any questions?
No, very straightforward.
Any additional questions?
No? I think it's lovely.
All right.
You can all come visit.
Okay.
Excellent.
Walkthroughs. You will see what Peter did with it.
Yeah. All right, in that case, I can make a motion to recommend that the Board of Health approve this request with the following conditions: that there be no increase in habitable or occupiable square footage without Board of Health review and a butter notification, that any proposed changes or modifications to the approved floor plans or septic design plans require the Board of Health review. An updated 1-bedroom deed restriction with Board of Health conditions will be referenced on the deed as a restriction. The septic system will be inspected by a licensed Title V inspector, with the inspection report to be submitted to the Health Department for review, and that the Board of Health approval is valid until March 27th, 2026.
I'll second it.
Is that
Is that good?
understood?
Okay.
Yeah,
Good?
we had talked about
We
that,
did talk
Peter.
about,
Yeah, and that, if you haven't done it yet, that's fine. It's
Just
just a
haven't yet.
condition of this approval. Yeah,
Okay.
so get that copy, get that to us when.
what does this mean for my building permit? Do I have to wait for your approval or can I?
If we were to get the permit to review, I would probably put it on hold until I get the inspection report.
Okay. Is there anybody you recommend for inspections?
We have a list on our website and Peter knows
I
people
can give
too.
you some names.
All right, all in favor? Kate?
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Aye. All right. We're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. Best
Thank
of
you
luck.
very much.
Uh,
So we need to get whatever you're gonna give us to the registry of deeds.
We will give you a deed restriction template, yep.
Okay. We gotta do that for planning board too.
Okay.
You wanna wait to
so
get-
I
to get
just
both?
received, The thing from the planning board to bring to the registry of.
They're gonna give you something too.
We're gonna give you something to.
How long is
So
that?
I hold off on this and bring both documents?
Yeah.
Twice.
No.
Thank you.
Much.
All right, thank you.
Care.
All right, 80 Depot Road, Mark and Amy Gibson.
Hi, good afternoon. Stephanie Sequin with Ryder and Wilcox representing Mark and Amy Gibson. Mark is here. They're the owners of the property 80 Depot Road. It's referred to as Gibson's Cottages. It's right down the street. You never even know they were there in the middle of the woods. This is a little over 3 acres total. There are it's a cottage colony. There are several seasonal cottages on the site, along with the main house, which is a year-round residence. The septic system for the main house has failed. It's in hydraulic failure. It's had to be pumped on multiple occasions. So we are proposing to replace, it's a 1,000-gallon septic tank, a leaching pit installed in, I think, 1987. So we're replacing that with a new tank and leaching system. Because this is an environmentally sensitive area, it's on, I'm not sure if it's Depot Pond or Long Pond. But we've included a microfast for nitrogen reduction because of the environmentally sensitive nature of the lot. Otherwise, all the new components comply with Title V and Board of Health regulations. We did soil testing. The soil is fine. We did not encounter any groundwater, and we are outside of the 100-foot buffer to the pond. So it's just your requirement that we include the IA component in the system because it's an environmentally sensitive lot. So we're asking for approval of the IA system.
And then just so I understand, the systems servicing the other cottages are fine and there's one or multiple or how?
There are multiple systems, I think 5 total, separate from the main house, and they're all functioning fine. All the cottages are seasonal, not year-round.
I was just curious, but on that whole property, like what was the bedroom count for the whole property? 15?
Including this.
Including this unit that's being updated, yes. Yes, yes. So you received an updated revised review from us.
Yes.
Under Title V, this property is classified as a facility because of the systems that are existing and the number of dwellings on it. This property is possibly also slated to be able to connect to municipal municipal sewer. Sooner rather than later. It would be in phase 1. So we believe it is advantageous for this property to connect the entire facility to municipal sewer when it is available, thus approving this IA system today.
So if this, I mean, I have no idea how many years down the road that's gonna be, 2, 3, 10?
So we're gonna finish up design, shortly here, and then we will go to town meeting as soon as we secure financing from the state revolving fund and have our financing scheme together. So within the next 6 to 10 years, we should have something ready for these folks to hook up. And we didn't feel it was fair at this time, because we can get them into phase 1, to have them upgrade all of the systems on the property because they're not actually in hydraulic failure at the moment. It would be a big expense for this property owner to put in IA systems for all of these cottages and then go and connect to the municipal sewer. So we figured it was best, they're right on the fringe of where the collection system is. So we did reach out to Apex to see if we could get a line to extend a little bit further to grab this property, because it does have a lot of flow and it is on the pond. So it is important to us to get this property connected to a more sustainable solution for the future.
Which makes sense to me. Do you have any questions about that future potential for hooking up in the future?
Yeah, I don't know if Mark, you do, or.
I just got the news today about potentially replacing all of them, which is overwhelming to me, so. I'm kinda
Absolutely.
Still in
Yeah.
shock about that. Cottage colonies aren't lucrative businesses, you know, so even the thought of hooking up to town water, I think obviously, or not town water, but the town
Town sewer.
sewage would be best for the pond, probably best for us.
Exactly.
Probably cheaper in the long run, I'm assuming, than putting in 4 more hydraulic systems, although I have no idea of the cost of hooking up to town sewage. I have no way of knowing that, but on the surface, it seems like the only option I have at the moment, and
Okay.
probably the best option.
Okay, I just want to be clear on that.
Yeah, and truth be told, Susie and I just reviewed this late yesterday, and we reached out to Stephanie as soon as we sort of recognized, oh wait, this is a facility, not just a single system, and DEP, weighs in on things a little bit differently. So in the interest of trying to do what's right for the environment and the property owner, we thought they're right on the fringe of where the collection
I looked at the
system
map
is,
and I looked at
so-
the little line, yeah,
Touches one side of the lot.
yeah.
Yeah,
We just,
it doesn't go down Depot Street right now as we have it designed, but we can switch a pipe because we're still in the design phase to pick up your property and a couple of others near you.
Okay.
So there, I'm guessing there is, just for my own
Yes.
curiosity, there is something online.
Yeah,
that
if you
shows-
go online, I think it's under community engagement or community something, there's the wastewater plan. You can see the phase 1 map there. It's not as clear as what we have in the office. So if you really want to hone in, you should reach out and we can look
No,
at
it's
it.
good to know
But
at least
we haven't put it out
generally.
yet because we still have a little bit of wiggle room, not much. Because like I said, we are finishing up design. We're at 30% right now. And so once we get further down the road, we're not going to have these opportunities to sort of shift things.
So can I ask, so you rent your cottages out every summer, I'm assuming?
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Their cottages are rented out every summer, so.
Correct. Thank you.
we issue Mr. Gibson a hotel motel cottage colony permit every season. So we do team inspections over there with him every year. The other thing we wanted to suggest was that we have the systems that are existing inspected every 2 years. Just to make sure they're still hydraulically functioning.
Okay, so not like a full-blown real estate inspection, but just making sure they're functioning. I mean, you're looking for a report or full report on each one?
That's what I put in the conditions, but now that you say that. Let me get back to you.
Page.
And you just said existing septic systems to be inspected every 2 years. That's, yeah.
They're asking, are you going to require a full-blown inspection with a report, like for a property transfer? Or would a licensed inspector go out there and give us like a letter stating the hydraulic function of the systems? That's what I think we need to hash
Clarify.
out. Maybe we can leave it as that.
So we'll leave
Be
it somewhat
inspected,
vague
yeah.
if that's okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't ever want to, Paige, do you have any questions?
Yes, I do. I want to clarify. So none of these units are connected to the municipal water at this time. Is that true?
That's
Correct.
So they're going to wait to connect to that at the time that they connect to the sewer?
I didn't have any plans at the moment to connect to it. To the water system.
They
you-
don't have to, they're not in a municipal hookup area, and
Okay.
we actually get routine water quality analysis every year from the property as part of the hotel motel permit.
And it is a registered
It's a
water
PWS.
supply, and they
Mhm.
have someone overseeing it.
Yes, correct.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thanks, Paige. Questions?
And I don't,
Okay.
I mean, I think given all, all everything that's going on with this property, I think this is probably, I mean, I feel bad of having to put in this expensive system and then abandoning it, but I don't just see any other,
I know.
and I'm sure you feel badly about that.
Listen, it's not surprising. I mean, when you think about it and how long it's been in there, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be shocked that I need a new one.
Yeah.
But it is overwhelming, the cost and all that,
Mm.
for a small cottage colony. I mean, like I say, if you come down to my place, it's spectacular, it's beautiful, I'm so lucky to be there. But cottages aren't lucrative, my wife and I both worked full-time up until a few years ago when I stopped to take care of my mom, but yeah, it's not, you don't make a living by just running the cottages, so it's any major cost is significant.
I know how that feels, but then on the other hand, we really kind of, I think it's like the best solution. I
Yeah.
mean, it's the only solution.
I
Really?
talked to my family today. I was like, they're not like a lot of decisions to make. I'm just telling you, what the situation is. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, there's not a lot of real hard decisions to make. We kind of have to do it.
All right.
So,
All right.
motion,
We should make a motion, I think.
make a motion to approve this proposal with the following conditions. The approval is with the understanding that by allowing the upgrade of the system serving Unit 7 of the facility only, and the system servicing Units 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And excuse me a second, what about 1 and 2?
There is no 1 and 2.
There's no one to.
Just had to ask.
And
There was one 60 years ago.
Fell into the pond. No.
They went out on their own.
Um, This will not require, that they will not require upgrade at this time, but connection of the entire facility to the municipal collection and treatment system will be required within 60 days of the system's availability. Existing septic systems to be inspected every 2 years. Inspection reports to be submitted to the Eastham Health Department for review. No increase in habitable or occupiable square footage without Board of Health review. Any proposed changes or modifications to the approved floor plans or septic design plans require Board of Health review. 4-bedroom deed restriction and use of IA technology using fast 0.5 treatment to be recorded with the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds. Secondary treatment and monitoring under general use approval conditions per DEP regulations, including quarterly effluent sampling or 2 times per year for seasonal use. for total nitrogen, BOD, TSS. Nitrate nitrogen nitrate nitrogen not to exceed 19 milligrams per liter. Board of Health conditions to be referenced on deed restriction. Operation and maintenance agreement to be submitted to the Eastham Health Department and Barnstable County Health and Environment. Operation and maintenance contract required for the life of the system. Operator to report results to the Barnstable County Health and Environment Database or directly to the Eastham Health Department if not available. Designer to verify proper operation of the system prior to the issuance of the certificate of compliance, final inspections and startup inspections to be witnessed by the Eastham Health Department. Property to be connected to municipal water supply.
Sorry, scratch that.
Scratch that off, okay. We're not doing that. Any sewer lines within 10 feet of municipal water supply lines to be sleeved.
That's the
We don't do
standard
that
language
either.
we're putting in
That's-
now.
Okay.
and everything.
Recommended use of an underground, recommend use of an underground blower unit. And that care can be taken at time of installation to maintain distance from neighboring properties. Board of Health approval valid until March 27th, 2026.
I just have one, if I can, ask the time frame for connecting to sewer once it becomes available. 60 days struck me as kind of
Quick,
quick, and especially say it becomes available in May, then that means they're doing the construction in June or July, which is when they're,
when they
you know,
have,
the cottages are occupied. So maybe could it be 6 months? Just to give them that flexibility and not having to do the work in the middle of the summer.
I think 6 months is kind of a big ask. We could go
4 months,
90 days.
90?
And 60 days is kind of standard language too, under.
This
But, you
is
know-
this is a significant project
Yes, so I,
versus just, you know, a septic upgrade.
I agree. I think maybe at the time we could ask Mr. Gibson to come back and ask for an extension.
Okay,
If it can't happen within the 60 days.
Okay.
That's within the board's purview grant.
okay, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right. Okay, with that, I will second that. And then all favor, Paige?
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Aye. All
All right,
right,
thank you very much.
thank you. Thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah. The middle.
Can't see.
What? You sign on the lines.
All right, and the next two items are reduction requests. The first is 80 Northwest Street. Request to reduce sampling from 4 to 2 times a year. There's nobody on, I think, right?
No, probably not.
Okay, just making sure. I'm trying to, it's hard for me to read up there.
I can't see it either.
I'm staring like Town of Eastham, okay. Just want to make sure that I don't miss anybody who would like to say anything. So when I looked at the effluent sample results, my only concern was the November 2024 of September 2024 of 32.4. Am I reading this right? I think so.
Yeah, and then, but if you look at September of 2023, it was actually higher.
So the nitrates in 2020, September 2024 were 8.4.
I was looking at total
Oh, to-
nitrogen.
Oh. Do you wanna? I think the system is actually functioning well. And it also is now an ADU, so we do have a year-round occupant in that unit. That's in the ADU, and I think we would see samples. Good samples coming out of it.
Alright, I'm a little hesitant. I don't know. Paige,
Want like one more, like maybe two more?
maybe.
When did the ADU start?
I did that inspection in like October. November?
It just got licensed this year for the first time.
Right, but it just got licensed, so I think that might be a good idea to maybe go another round and see how the ADU affects it over the course of, say, 24 months. If it's only been licensed, so maybe you give like 18 to 24 months of information.
You want 8 more samples or you want 4 more samples?
I think 4 is fine,
So 1 more year and then come back and ask?
I agree.
right? Because then this way you have to see the performance over not just 1 year, but 2 years.
And also with the ADU, it's a really good point. There's been a change, and so just make sure everything's good.
I would say 1 more year and then take an assessment. That would be my recommendation.
Isn't that
that
the
your
emotion?
motion?
Is that a motion?
I guess it's a motion.
Excellent. I will second your motion.
All right, and what about Francine?
Aye. I vote,
Aye.
I
All
think
right.
it's a very
Okay.
good one.
All right, and then 16 Charlie Noble Way, same thing, reduction. There's their numbers. So. We're close. I don't know, any thoughts from anybody else on Charlie Noble Way? And have there been any changes at Charlie Noble Way that would impact anything?
No changes.
Not in their letter, it doesn't say anything.
Okay, just want to make sure that
What?
if there were any changes to anything, just straight reduction from 4 to twice a year.
And this property is seasonal,
Right.
so it would be better to get seasonal type sampling.
Right, because there's nothing happening in the other months.
Exactly.
Right.
We are there throughout the other months, just not as consistently.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. So would that be May and September?
That's when you've typically done them, because when the system gets started up for real and is being used, you probably aren't gonna see a great sample in May, but by September you should be seeing treatment.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Paige, any questions?
No, I would make a motion to grant the request to two samples opposed to 4.
In May and September?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, I'll second that.
All right, do I need to read the other pieces of this though, right? But reporting it.
Conditions, yeah.
Conditions, yeah. So the effluent sampling will be conducted 2 times a year in the months of May and September. Effluent sample results to be uploaded to the Barnstable County Department of Health and Environment IA database or forwarded to the Eastham Health Department if not available. Property owner is to maintain an operation and maintenance contract for the life of the system. Property owner is to submit a new operation and maintenance contract with the licensed operator to the Eastham Health Department.
Second.
Thank you. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, we gotta do minutes.
The next item is on January and February meeting minutes. So I guess start with January. Um.
I don't have any comments. I did not attend that meeting, so I don't have anything to say for January.
I have no problem with
Minutes,
any of
quorum
the
to
minutes of
approve the
either
January.
meeting.
Okay.
We don't have a quorum to approve the January minutes. We'll have to, again, it's okay, Sam.
It's okay.
We're gonna go again.
All right, moving on to February, no, January. no.
Yay.
You got
All
this.
right.
So absent, okay. All right. So we'll take care of. But wait, now I'm confused. The February 27th meeting we can vote on though.
Correct.
Thank you.
I think so.
Easily
yeah.
confused, am I? All right, so are there any comments on the February 27th, 2025 minutes?
No, if I recall, it was a pretty short meeting.
I did not.
No,
It was a very short meeting.
it was a very short meeting. They went in.
One person present
Yeah.
from Board of Health
Yeah.
in the room.
It was excellent, well done. All right, so can we
I'll
can we
make a
vote to
motion
accept?
to
Okay,
accept the minutes as presented for February 17th, 2025.
all right, I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and aye. All right, so other business, because I can't remember anything, what is the next steps on the cesspools? What's happening? I just want not to lose that work.
We're collecting regulations from other towns.
Okay.
And we'll present that to you, maybe at the next meeting or soon.
Okay. Okay,
And then we'll just have discussion.
okay.
We'll schedule a workshop with them.
Whatever we
chat
wanna
about
call
it.
Okay, that's fine. I just didn't want to.
Yeah, no, it's not lost on us.
Continue to make sure we're
It's
moving
in our
ahead.
minds also.
Okay. And the only other thing that I had in my head were, I know we were provided the zoning information and asked if anybody had any comments to feed them to me and I'd get them back to Paul. I didn't hear anything. I didn't have comments. I don't know if anybody, if Paige or Fancy, if you had any.
No, I went to,
No, nothing on the zoning.
Hmm?
Nothing on the zoning.
Okay,
I mean, nothing really, I went to the meeting. I mean,
okay.
you know, I have nothing, no problem with.
Okay, from a Board of Health perspective, we do not have comments on the
Yeah.
zoning. Okay, just want to close that loop. All right. All right. Anything else from anybody else? No?
Nope.
Motion to adjourn? Make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
All right, I'll second.
Aye.
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 Okay, meeting is.
Thank you, ladies.